Shalom, shalom. Or first, I'd like to begin the lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops, a great millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Peace and salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth, the 100% truth out there on the highways and the byways, the Akim, as well as you few sisters out there listening and learning. Da'akwa to you also, I say shalom. It is your brother, Kratis Akabar, back here with another lesson through the Spirit, man. And in today's lesson, like I was saying earlier in my lesson, which it hasn't uploaded yet, but it will upload most likely after this one. I made a lesson just giving an update, kind of what's going on. This is actually going to be a lesson of. I got about 30 minutes to do this lesson, so Lord will not be able to bring out what I need to bring out in this lesson. With that being said, though, I'm not gonna waste no time. Just gonna kind of get out, play a few clips for you all, bring out some precepts through the Spirit, and Lord willing, the lesson be edifying to those out there listening and watching, man. I was listening to the video by the elder Apostle Tahar, kind of just made me want to do a lesson on what's going on with Iran, because a lot of this stuff is coming to pass, man. Right? A lot of this is coming to pass. I'm looking back at the lessons I've made about Iran, and like I said, like we always say, man, we've been talking about this, right? Regime changes, color revolution, and breaking news. It's official. War intensifies. This is all lessons I've done. The Houthi strikes. This is all lessons I've done about Iran. War was in his heart, part 2. War was in his heart, part 1. The war is over. Facade. Rumors of war. Israel's conflict with Iran. Iran, USA, and prophecy. We just did this 2 weeks. I just did a lesson on this 2 weeks ago. Iran and political extortion. Matter of fact, I'll do that later. Through the Spirit, Iran conflict. U.S. and Iran conflict. And this video goes into different ways the U.S. is going to get into it with Iran. Civil unrest in Iran. So we've been talking about these things, man. The proof's in the pudding. And right now we're in a point in time where we continue to prophesy until we can't no more. Apparently it was a situation last night where YouTube went down and people weren't able to use it. Like I was saying earlier, famine of the word, man. And I didn't even know that YouTube had went down prior to saying that in the lesson I made earlier today. But like we've been saying, man, these things that we are talking about is real life. This isn't a joke. This isn't a game. This is all biblical prophecy. The Lord declared the end from the beginning, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get Isaiah, the 47th chapter, the first verse starting. It says, "Come down and sit in the midst, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Now, what does that mean? Babylon the Great, which is America, is known as a virgin because it's never been touched, meaning this land has never been touched by military strikes. Well, Pearl Harbor happened. The actual United States, the land has not been hit by any type of strikes. Has never been touched. So that's why it's referred to as a virgin. So it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground." The Lord's about to bring this place down from a high point to a very low point. It's going to be very humbling for these Edomites in the United States of America. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So the Lord is about to remove that virgin title from them, meaning he's about to send something over here. The fact that we're hearing so much about Iran in the U.S. conflicts right now should tell y'all something. It's a lot. If we're this close to talking about World War III and the MOTB hasn't come to pass yet, just know that in these coming weeks and coming months, they're going to have to start rolling this out very soon because we're at the boiling point. We're at the boiling point, and you're going to see in these videos I'm about to play for y'all. It says, take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers, right? Undress this woman. Go ahead and get ready to take her, man. That's pretty much what the Lord is saying. Undress her. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Their secret parts have been revealed, man. It's being revealed, right? I was just watching a video from the Elder Apostle Torah. The guy in the video that he was playing the video of said that the United States is a warmonger, which means a seller of war. A lot of these wars have been happening, especially the ones in the past, throughout history, really. It's all over money and an ability to make money. We know that this war, he's going to try and use it because you have him being extorted by Israel with the Epstein files. You have also Iran threatening to extort him. Well, really, it's not even extortion. If the United States decides to attack Iran, they're saying that they're going to go ahead and leak some information they have on DJ Donald Nero Trump's as well too. So this nigga is in a tough bind right now. The cruel king, the cruel Lord. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. The Lord is literally uncovering Babylon's all of its secret spots, all of its secret parts, has made wisdom depart from this place, wisdom depart from these people. All of the terrible things that they've done is coming to the light, and we've been saying these things. Yet, have anybody listened to us? It's less than like a very small few. But the majority, they do not consider. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right? So when the Lord comes back for his revenge, right, to avenge the blood of the saints, which you all shed our blood, the Israelites, the elect, the holy ones, Lord willing, we bear that number. And he's also coming back for revenge for those who knelt them on the cross, who put them up on that cross and crucified as well. So when he comes back, he's not coming back in the form of a man. He's gonna come in the form of a super being. Super being. You ain't gonna be able to touch him. You're gonna have fire in his eyes. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee in the darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. You're not going to be the top when it comes to kingdoms anymore. Like we've been saying, is a translation of the kingdom, man. The kingdom is being translated from one person to another. So, matter of fact, let me just close this out as a whole. I'm not trying to get no damn notifications. Let me go ahead and play this for y'all, man. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, yeah, I am sharing my screen. That's what I thought. All right. That's why the damn volume wasn't up.
And I Iran have a pact. So you're watching alliances form in real time. This is a direct threat to the U.S. Don't do it. The smartest thing right now Donald Trump could do is send a frigate up to the Straits of Hormuz, go, yep, see, they won't close it, they're afraid of us, and go home.
Really?
And end this idiocy.
You think this thing can be really big and not good for U.S.?
Absolutely. For Russia, Iran is the doorway to the Caucasus and Central Asia. For China, Iran is the doorway to Central Asia and further Eastern Asia. They're not going to let Iran fall.
Interesting.
It's an existential crisis for both if Iran falls or shatters into small pieces. Because Iran have a pact. So you're watching alliances form in real time. This is a direct threat to the U.S. Don't do it. The smartest thing right now Donald Trump could do is send a frigate up to the Straits of Hormuz, go, yep, see, they won't close it, they're afraid of us, and go home.
Really?
And end this idiocy.
You think this thing could be really big and not good for U.S.?
As the brother put up, Revelation 16:16, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon or Harmagadwan. Let's get that. So we can just look at the definition of the word. As soon as he said that, I just thought about how the Lord's going to put the spirit on these people to fight when Yahweh Shah returns in a chariot. Even if they don't want to, they still going to, they pride is not going to let them turn away. And they're going to try and fight the Lord of hosts. That's how proud they are. They think they could beat Yahweh Shai. Armageddon.
Strong's G 717. Harmageddon. Harmageddon.
The hill or city of Megiddo. In Revelation 16:16, the scene of a struggle of good and evil is suggested by that battle plain of Esdraelon, which was famous for two great victories of Barak over the Canaanites and of Gideon over the Midianites, and for two great disasters, the deaths of Saul and Josiah. Hence in Revelation, a place of great slaughter, the scene of a terrible retribution upon the wicked. The RSV, which I can't remember what that version is off the top of my head, translates the name as the Harmageddon. Example, or in other words, the hill, as R is the city of Megiddo. So just know, the Lord is about to make a great slaughter in the land. So much so, this is going to be like straight death. Straight death. Oh. It says, just then, Turkey sending its largest aircraft carrier, Milgem, to West Asia amidst rising potential U.S. strikes against Iran within 48 hours. Turkey's Milgem warship is one of third largest after Chinese Fuwan and American Abraham Lincoln. Let's get that, because you already know we're going to go with this. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, in the 28th verse. And it reads, well, let's give it 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. That's talking about Israel. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. We're in the period where the weak are saying, I'm strong, as the Joel 3 and 9, where these small countries as a whole that have been over by America are coming to join in battle with each other and come against the great horde. It says also the Carmanians, which is Iran, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. They're going to be pretty much the head of those Arab nations. Shall go forth. Well, they're going to be the head of those nations that come up against America over there in that region. Also, the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them. Right? They're going to join a battle with these other nations. And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And in this context, the Assyrians represents America, Babylon the Great. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, right? That's why, that's not even why, but this is how you know in prophecy that the people that are warning Donald Trump not to do this, it's not going to go well for America. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, right? This isn't like old in the olden days where America was this global power and they were this dominant military force. That we're past that point now. And shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly, and dung of men unto the camel's and dung of men unto the camel's hood. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. So let's go back. This star part represents those missiles that's going to be shot over here, because they look like shooting stars when you look at them in the sky. They refer to as arrows as well in the scriptures. Where is that at? Spot. They will collide head on and release their violence upon the earth. The blood of war will be as deep as a horse's belly, or someone's thigh, or a camel's knee. As it says, it's going to be so many bodies in the streets. They refer to it as dung, just shit on the ground. So many bodies that you can't even bury them. It's just going to be laid out in piles. And that's concerning when the Lord comes back. It says verse 37, 38, 39. And strong shall rise from the east and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and west wind shall be destroyed. The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up, full of wrath, and the star that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out every high and eminent place a horrible star. Right? The great and mighty clouds is talking about the chariots. Fire and hail and flaming swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and the grass of the meadows, and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. Going on to this next video. Well, I really want to play this one. I ain't like that other one that the dude was saying.
From the highest placed of sources that Israel and the United States have decided on all-out war on Iran in the next hours, at most in the next days. My source, impeccable, unimpeachable, tells me that they promise shock and awe, going back to the shock and awe that was launched around about this time in 2003, and which led to the cascade of ISIS and Al-Qaeda around the world, and led to the deaths of 1 million people in Iraq, thousands of service personnel of the American, British, and other allied armies. A war which was over quickly, but the end was actually merely the beginning, and a war that rages still. Learning nothing, forgetting nothing, the Trump regime has decided, like the Bourbons before them, that if it doesn't work the first several times, why not try it again? Donald Trump is about to open the gates of hell. And moreover, when the Russian Navy is in the Straits of Hormuz performing naval exercises with the Iranian Navy, this will be a war without end. This will be a war without limits. This will be a war without territorial boundaries. This will be a war that will spread like wildfire right across the region and right across the world. Donald Trump has assembled more than 1/3 of all American armed forces in or heading rapidly towards the Persian Gulf. In a U-turn after a U-turn after a U-turn, Trump has just lashed the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, for his decision to lease Diego Garcia and give title to the people who rightly own it. He once opposed it, then supported it, then opposed it again, and then supported it again. And now, this evening, where else but on social media, Trump has declared that he will be using not just Diego Garcia, but the Royal Air Force Base at Fairford in England, in the United Kingdom, for an all-out war, placing Britain, of course, in both circumstances in the firing line. The Iranians have missiles that can reach the United States of America. They definitely have missiles that can reach Westminster. The consequences of this war have been much warned against. Even by the neighbors, satraps as they are, have told Trump that this can only bring ruin upon them. And their regimes are beginning now to rattle down. The leader of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Zayed, I wear his father's watch always. Mohammed bin Zayed is in the middle of a power struggle that has seen him disappear from view, and rumors of his death circulating in the region and further beyond. The Persian Gulf family dictatorships will no longer exist once Iran begins its retaliation.
Hey man, they sending out warnings, but at the end of the day, this destruction is inevitable. Amos 9:1, it says, God's judgment unavoidable. I saw the Lord standing upon an altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. And he that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Right? As it says, those who flee this, and those who and those who survive, roughly paraphrasing, and those who survive the famine, the sword shall destroy. Like the Lord has a backup plan to a backup plan. You're not getting out of this. They dig into hell, meaning they build bunkers and fallout shelters, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, trying to move on to Mars and different planets, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, meaning the mountains, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, because they have cities under the waters, thence will I command the serpent, Leviathan, and all the other beasts that are down there that Esau Edom don't know about, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. And the Lord, the Most High Power of hosts, is he that toucheth the land, and it shall melt, and all that dwell therein shall mourn, and it shall raise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt. It is he that buildeth his stories in the heaven, and hath founded his troop in the earth. He that calleth for the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. Yahweh, so like Yahweh is his name. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel? Saith Yahweh, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Ketor, and the Syrians from Ker? Behold, the eyes of Yahweh, the Most High Power, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. For lo, I command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. This destruction is inevitable, Israel. It has been prophesied in the Bible, and the Lord said it's going to happen. So it's going to happen. So with that, I want to close it off there, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone, once again, who told me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel, Shalom. And as always, we're one day closer to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom, Israel.